today's talk is to help you know what you can do to turn around your diabetes. Now, type 1 diabetes also comes to us. I'm an endocrinologist, I'm an insulin expert, I'm a hormone specialist. Who is an endocrinologist? We are hormone specialists. So MBBS, then MD medicine of 3 years of internal medicine, and then 2 more years of endocrinology, hormones, diabetes, metabolism, super specialization. That's us. So type 1 diabetes cannot be cured. It cannot be reversed. But the insulin resistance that comes from overusing insulin in type 1, that can be reversed. So people with type 1 who are taking more than 40 units of insulin a day, insulin dependent, taking more than 40 units, they will benefit from this talk. Anybody with type 2 diabetes will benefit from this talk. Anybody who has pre-diabetes will benefit from this talk. Anybody who has unexplained weight gain and a paunch. How many people in this audience feel that they're gaining a paunch? Their arms and legs are thin, but the paunch is coming out. They look weak on the arms and legs, stomach is coming out. How many people? That is insulin resistance. That is the core hormone imbalance that is driving the metabolic crisis of the world. Cardiometabolic death rates are on the high, not less. Obesity and diabetes are on the rise, not less. Why? We have so many medicines. We have miracle drugs like Ozempic on the market. We have so many diabetes tablets on the market. Why is the epidemic getting worse? Because we have not empowered people to change the lifestyle. So let's help you do that today. Now let me look at the chat messages here. We have someone from Kolkata, Punjab, Delhi, Punjab, Ahmedabad, Udaipur, Batinda, whoa, Noida, wow, UK. Amazing what Zoom can do, huh? So we're zooming everywhere and we're connecting minds today. Okay, Agra, very interesting. All right, so what are the lifestyle changes? There are basically 5 main lifestyle changes you can do. 5. Today, I'm going to cover 4 of them in detail. The 5th one, I'm leaving it pending because if you don't do the first 4 properly, and if you try to do the 5th one directly, you will land into trouble. Okay? What are those? Nutrition, sleep habits, stress management habits, exercise. Those 4 we have to cover first in that order. And I have a book coming out next month, March 2024. My book will be published in the world on lifestyle changes for diabetes. So you can turn around diabetes. Thanks, Dr. Gagan, for the motivation. It is a book that should touch the lives of whoever wants to turn around their diabetes, whether it's type 1 or type 2, you can turn it around. You may not cure a type 1 or somebody with type 2 whose pancreas is finished. Okay, there's a blood test for that. But everybody can make lifestyle changes to have better health with less medication. So what? So we'll work on nutrition, sleep habits, stress management habits, exercise. Fasting, I'm not going to push today because if you don't fix these first 4, which I call the wheels of the car, if you don't fix the wheels of the 4 wheels of the car, you cannot go on a long drive. Any puncture and your long drive will be affected. So trying to do fasting with mistakes in nutrition, sleep, stress management, exercise will cause problems in fasting. So we will not touch fasting today. People are reading about fasting on the internet and books and getting excited. Oh, I'm doing fasting. I'm doing time restricted eating. I'm doing IF. Are you doing fasting or are you doing IF? Like this people talk, huh? There's no difference. People are getting confused. So it's too complex to just suddenly start fasting without doing the basics. All right. So let's see, few more messages. Okay, great. So let's start. Insulin resistance. What do you see is wrong with this picture? Talk to me. What is the problem in this picture?
Most of the glucose is waiting, whereas insulin trying to push the glucose inside.
Yes.
And
Yes, exactly. This is Tokyo, but it could be India, right? It could be any train station in India. Yes?
yes,
Yeah, we have more population problems than Japan does. Although Tokyo might be a very population dense city. And after COVID, I don't know whether they do this anymore. This is a pre-COVID picture. But the if you have to solve this problem, would you what would you do if you have to solve this problem? There are too many people on the platform. How will you solve this? By pushing harder, get more railway employees who are pushing with the uniform, push harder. What will you do?
I
What's the
think
right solution for this if you want
more
to treat at the
trains.
root?
Add more trains.
Add more trains is one option. Yes.
I think we have to create a mechanism where people can easily get into the train. We need not
Yeah, make
by
it smoother
pushing.
to get in. Yeah. What's happening inside that dabba, inside that train?
Too many people.
Too many people. What do we do to solve that?
utilization of glucose.
Yeah, so activating the muscles to use more glucose. Correct. There are
Yes.
three musketeers in glucose management. There is the liver, which is the glucose provider, which is why you have a high fasting glucose in diabetes. The glucose provider keeps your glucose stable even when you are fasting. Where is this glucose coming from? People ask me, I didn't eat anything last night. Still, my sugar is higher in the morning after I wake up. Why is it going high in the morning? From where? I've not eaten anything. They get so confused that my bedtime glucose was 140, my morning glucose is 160. How? Because my liver is providing glucose overnight, and because I have diabetes, the liver is choking and dying and stuffed with glucose from years of lifestyle that it's trying to clean up. How many people in India do jhadu in the morning? You get the staff to come and do your jhadu and sweeping in the morning. You see dust in the morning. Do you yell at the staff saying, "Hey, you're making my house dirty, sweeping in the morning, making dust"? They're cleaning, right? So if you do a cleaning process and you see the dirt, you see a high fasting glucose, that is a sign that your liver is providing glucose more than required because the liver is sick from diabetes. It's fatty liver. Before you got type 2 diabetes, you had insulin resistance and fatty liver. Now that is the new epidemic. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Do an ultrasound, do an SGOT, do an SGPT. You'll see the liver enzymes are creeping up from 25 to 30 and beyond 30 because there is fatty liver. So morning fasting glucose being high is from the glucose provider, which is the liver, which is sick and diseased and cannot manage. Then comes the second musketeer, which is the muscle, which should take up that glucose and burn it. But do we do anything in India for our workouts? We think yoga and walking is enough. Do we do strength training? Do we do building of muscles? We think I'm so weak. I don't want to be a bodybuilder. I cannot go to gym. But who should take up your glucose and use it? Did you know 60 to 90% of post-meal glucose consumption can be done by muscles if you activate them? But do we use our muscles? Do we activate them? No, we sit on the chair and the sofa all day. We think, oh, gym I cannot go, bodybuilding I cannot do.
Yes.
Weights and dumbbells, I cannot. I have spondylosis, I have cesarean, I have hernia, I have disc gap. All this rubbish we say, why we cannot build muscles. I have knee pain. If you have knee pain, means you need to strengthen the muscles that support the knee. Oh, I have knee pain, so I'm not exercising. Why? It's going to get better by sitting all day long.
Going to
Your
work.
muscles it'll atrophy. You'll lose your muscles the more you sit and the more you keep on resting forever. Doctor told me to rest. For how long? Till you die. If it's inflamed, you give it temporary rest and then you bring back the support systems. So muscle is the second musketeer. Muscle uptake of glucose can help you with the post-meal glucose, postprandial, where it goes up after a meal. That can be done by activating your muscles. Third musketeer, pancreas. In type 2 diabetes, the pancreas is secreting insulin. For years and years before you get diabetes, if you check the HOMA index, the fasting insulin and fasting glucose ratio, you will see that there is insulin resistance before you get diabetes, before you have a fasting blood sugar high. So people get worried that why am I telling them about insulin? Then I don't have diabetes. Yeah, you don't have diabetes yet. You're on the way because I can see you have insulin resistance. That is the core pathology. That is the core issue why people get progressive diabetes. Why is it that with diabetes, every time you see the doctor, one medicine becomes two, two becomes three becomes 3.5 tablets, something in the morning, something in the night. Should I take it before breakfast? Should I take it after dinner? How many minutes before, after? We do all this drama about the pills, and the pills keep on going up. And then finally the doctor says, now I have to give you insulin. So then what was the point? Did my diabetes ever get better? If finally I have to take insulin injection, then what am I treating? What am I curing? How did the disease keep on getting worse if I'm taking pills? Why did I take the pills? So the lifestyle part is missing, which is why I had to go endocrinology fellowship, super specialization in diabetes. Did not teach me anything about nutrition, did not teach me anything about exercise, did not teach me anything about sleep hygiene, did not teach me anything about stress management. Nothing. And those four problems feed into this, where that glucose keeps on getting high on the platform. Nutrition can mess up glucose. Bad sleep can mess up glucose. High stress can mess up glucose. Lack of exercise can mess up glucose. And if we just look at glucose and say, give medicine, 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 like fever. Oh, I see a fever. Let me give a paracetamol, paracetamol, paracetamol. Is the fever a typhoid, TB, malaria, cancer, COVID? What is it? Oh, I'm just going to treat the fever. Are you treating the cause of the fever? Are you treating the cause of the high glucose? So today we will treat the cause of high glucose. Chalo. Yes, Indians are at risk more than Caucasian white people. Okay. We have a genetic tendency for that. We have problems with our nutrition, sleep, stress management, and exercise culture. DNA cannot be changed, right? Indians cannot change the DNA. You're born now. You cannot become something else. Your mother, father, family tree is high diabetes, cannot do anything. Age cannot change the age. But do you change the age in your mind? Do you know that even after the age of 70, it is possible to build muscle? Yeah. So when Indians tell me, Babi beta, is umar mein abhi kya ho jayega? Hamari life ho gayi. And how old is this person? 51. Is umar mein means what? Umar is in the head. Even at the age of 60 and 70 and 80 and 90, you can build muscle and add strength. Why do Indians give up? Because they made children now to take care of them in old age. That was the plan. I should have babies, so babies take care of me when I become weak, because that's the plan, to become weak and frail and dependent. Why do we do this in India? This is not spiritual. This is a spiritual lecture. It is not spiritual to give birth to babies so that they can take care of my sickness and my disease. That is so selfish. Sorry if you don't like what I'm saying.
This one mind-blowing and showing the reality to all of us.
Let's do it.
Yes.
I am
yes.
a truth doctor.
Yes.
Better you hear the truth than take a kadwa medicine. Okay? So I tell people, that worst case, what will happen? You'll be angry with me, no? Okay. If that is the worst thing that happens to you in your journey of diabetes, is that Roshani hurt my feelings, I'll take it. Because there are many other things that diabetes can do, which we don't want. So let's be a little blunt about it. Now people will say, tell me what to eat. I'm not going to tell you what to eat. Give me a diet plan. I'm not going to give you a diet plan. No diet plan. Why? Follow. I can't follow. Oh, you gave me the diet. It's on my fridge. I took it in my folder and I cannot follow. Why? Wedding, vacation, family members don't want to eat this, cooperating with clients in the hotel conference room. All the stories come. Oh, usko bura lag jayega. Somebody else. Do you think that the bride and the groom actually care what you eat in the wedding? They themselves don't eat in their own wedding. Oh, the bride and the groom wedding. So I'm not going to give you a diet chart. That's a scam, that I should tell you what to eat. You are going to eat what you want to eat. So let's educate you. What are the eating patterns that you are doing which increases insulin resistance, which keeps on feeding high glucose, which then when you meet the doctor keeps on throwing medicine at you. We eat a carbohydrate predominant diet. How many of you all in India thought that, oh, I'm becoming healthy, let me stop buying wheat, I will buy millets? How many people did that? Did that? How many? Any more? Why? Okay, why did we do that? What happens when we do this?
Low GI.
No?
Low GI.
Low GI. Okay, now I have seen, so actually the difference between millets and wheat is in scientific way is the gluten.
Yeah.
Gluten free. So now we buy that bread which is gluten free. पता ही नहीं है वो effect क्या आता है on the body. I have seen I'm Gujarati. I have seen Gujaratis who go from wheat to Bajra or Jwar or Nachni, or I've seen South Indians who do Ragi Kuttu. Okay. And the 2-hour post-meal glucose is when you will come to know if the GI is high or low on your body. The GI and the GL, then people argue, no, you have to look at glycemic load. No, you have to look at glycemic index. I don't care. Eat the millet which you think is good for you and check the glucose in 2 hours. If it is above 140, means pre-meal was normal and post-meal is above 140, means that food which you have taken has given a glucose spike. How do we make a diagnosis of diabetes? We can give you 75 grams of glucose in the lab, and in 2 hours, if it goes above 200, means you have diabetes. So if you eat a millet and your glucose goes up, means you're having trouble with that, means your pancreas, your liver, your muscle, the 3 musketeers are not able to manage this low GI thing. So rather than a dietitian telling you, oh, good GI, have this, blindly you're following like that, because you don't have a nutrition degree or a dietitian degree or a doctor degree, so you blindly give trust to them. They also don't know. Most of them don't know what is GI and GL on your body. So check before the food, check towards after the food, so that nobody can scam you anymore. People will buy this packet saying diabetic rice. What is that? There's no such thing as diabetic rice. Anybody can say anything on the front of the label. Your job to read the back of the label. Read the carbohydrate counts. Check the glucose 2 hours later. Okay, the truth will come. Protein. People are scared of protein in this country. Why? All nonsense why we're scared of protein. All nonsense. Oh, kidneys. Oh yeah? Your kidney is getting damaged by your carbohydrates and your diabetes. Protein has not harmed anybody's kidney in my practice. Any. The only case, I don't know why this rumor has happened, in India. It is a cause of India's metabolic disease. India is dying. One of the biggest reasons why India is dying of diabetes and cardiac problems is protein fear. Wrong protein fear. Kidney. You're so interested in your kidney, reduce your carbohydrates. There's a lady whose interview is on my YouTube channel. She has increased her protein intake as we suggested, reduced her carbohydrate intake. She has lost weight, blood pressure has come down, and the protein which was spilling in her urine, she had kidney damage from uncontrolled diabetes. And we gave her protein to eat, and everybody around was like, how can you eat more protein? She started taking more protein because she was malnourished. She was actually malnourished. Protein deficient diet, eating only carbs. And there is a protein marker in the urine called urinary microalbumin, which is supposed to be less than 30. It should be 0 to 30. And hers was 300 when we started. And we said, take protein. She was like, are you sure? I said, I'm sure. You're anyways not eating protein. Still your protein is in the urine, na? Why? You didn't eat protein. Why is your kidney in trouble? Logic. You're protein deficient. Your diet shows that you're getting 20 grams of protein a day. Still, your kidney is in trouble. So it's obviously not protein causing the problem, right? You have to show people maths. The problem is we don't count. We're scared of numbers. We don't count only how much protein. Oh, no, no, no. High protein is bad for you. How much high? How much are you taking? Can you count? No, no, no. High protein does something to the kidneys. You're on a low protein diet. So when we did that, her urinary protein now is invisible, undetectable. The lab cannot find it. It went from 300 to 200 to 100, and now it's less than 30. Lab says cannot find protein in the urine anymore. Oh, she's eating more protein than she's ever eaten in her whole life. She's low carb, she's fasting, she's exercising, she's lost 50 kilos. Blood pressure is normalized. Cardiologist has to reduce the BP medicines now. This is called reversal. So check why you're scared of protein. Check if there's any logic in that. Or are you just gossiping and passing on rumors which are so harmful? Oh, protein, huh? Don't take protein, as if you're qualified to say that. Do you even know how to count protein? So we made an app. I have an app that helps people count. Who knows? People say, oh, dal, I should have dal. How much protein and how much carbs comes in a bowl of dal? Anybody know?
Grams.
Grams,
60
in
to
grams.
60 to 80 grams.
Of what? In what? $60 to $80 grams of what is in what?
One bowl.
60 to 80 grams of what is in one bowl of what? Is my internet slow?
No, her internet is slow.
Okay.
Can I answer?
Yeah, please do.
Yes, 6 gram protein and 100 kilocalories in average Indian bowl.
Yeah, and how much carb?
I don't know about carbs, but kilocalories are there. This is 100
Yeah.
kilocalories, I know.
Yeah. So I don't get my patients to count calories.
Okay.
Don't count calories. Calorie counting has failed. The calorie model of dieting in the world has failed. Everybody tried to be on a low cal diet and burn calories in the gym, and the world has only gotten sicker.
This is OMG for me.
This is OMG. Good. I'm so glad it's an OMG. That's what I should be here for. So Dr. Gagan is right. One bowl of thick North Indian dal fry, Punjabi style dal fry, can give you 6 grams of protein. A Gujarati dal in the same bowl, which is water, it is patla, it is very liquidy, will give you 3 grams, because it is, if you put, you cannot put it on the plate. If you put Punjabi dal fry on the plate, it stays there, it doesn't move. It's like a porridge. Gujarati dal is like a buttermilk. It goes like this everywhere. There is no dal, it's more water. 3 grams. How much of protein gives how much of carb? How much of this dal? So multiply it by 3. So if it is giving you 6 grams of protein, it's giving you 18 grams of carb. If it's giving you 3 grams of protein, it's giving you 9 grams of carb. 3x. Any pulse, any lentil, except for soybean, will give you 2.5 to 3 times the amount of carbohydrate for the amount of protein which you're taking. And what does carbohydrate do? It directly turns into glucose. And then when I say, but your protein is less, you might need a protein supplement because you're a vegetarian and you eat non-veg very rarely and things like that, or you're pure veg. And I say, take a protein supplement then, there's no other way out. Oh, but protein powder, is it safe? So what about ragi powder, is it safe? Wheat powder, is it safe? Oats powder, is it safe? You're eating carbohydrate powders every day, not questioning. What is chapati? What is roti? What is a ragi biscuit? What is a bajri khakra? What is a ragi puttu? What is a dosa? It's all carbohydrate powders. You're eating carbohydrate powders and you're already sick with metabolic disease. You already have pre-diabetes, weight gain, and insulin resistance, and you're worried about a protein powder. Check your logic. Okay. All these are the stories we say, na? Now, if I give you a diet chart, how does that help you with your sugar? If I say stop sugar, I'm the diabetes doctor. So I should say stop sugar, right? I'm supposed to. And then will you stop because I said so? Because you like my face so much that you will stop eating sugar? I'm fooling myself as a doctor. This is my ego and my arrogance and my disconnect from reality, that I'm delusional that मेरे बोलने से कोई छोड़ेगा कुछ favorite वस्तु. Okay, so communication. Help the person understand why do they want the sugar. Check the sugar after 2 hours. Check the blood sugar. You want to have that favorite thing, na? Check the glucose in 2 hours. And check whether you're telling yourself lies that somebody else will feel bad. I have to, I cannot say no, I cannot make a fuss in front of so many others. How can I insist on my protein? Others will be uncomfortable. And when your diabetes makes you sick, will they be comfortable? Long-term thinking, short-term thinking, long-term thinking. This is the mind, human mind. It wants to escape out of the tiger which is running behind me right now, not thinking about the long term. We don't have long-term skills in our emotional brain. Emotional brain wants to be feeling better now. Logical brain is thinking for retirement, for financial freedom. Okay. Read the labels. Learn to read.
So जैसे मैम ने बताया, you need not depend on any dietitian to tell what food to eat, what not food to eat. It's a great tool, which is a glucometer, which you have to begin writing your own diet charts. That was a wonderful thing.
Yes. You should know about your protein intake, and this was new for me to listen about uh, calories do not matter.
Yes.
Till date I am into the scenario that proteins and kilocalories matter. Let me heard let us hear this about this fact from her only.
Yeah, she may join shortly.
Yes.
And last night I was watching a video of Dr. Roshni, and in which she had assisted the reversal of an 82-year-old Jain monk who was on insulin. 50 units of insulin he was taking. He had hypothyroidism. He had borderline high creatinine. So, and with her methods, he could reverse the things. And that was really mind blowing, because at the age of 82, anybody wouldn't come forward that I need reversal, I need some cure. They would just accept medicines and move on. So that was really a great inspiration for so many seniors of which we see, which we have in our families as well, who do not want to change. This can be a great inspiration. And just like where she said about exercising, we have so many inhibitions to exercising. I think ma'am is back. I'll just let it in once again.
Sorry, my laptop battery went. I had to plug the charger. Just if you could make me host again, then I'll do the share.
Yeah, just Yeah, there you go, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So I was saying learn to read the labels. Don't be fooled by the front of the packet. I know everybody's busy and they want to buy something which says on the front diabetes friendly. The only way you'll know if it's diabetes friendly is to read the back and then eat it and check the glucose in 2 hours. And instead of being afraid of protein powder, be afraid of protein malnutrition, protein deficiency, and carbohydrate powder. Okay? Those are the things making us sick. So yeah, I already covered this. Carbs. Does anybody know what are the common carbs? What about sugar sweeteners? Oh yeah, my God. A whole topic. I can spend half an hour talking about sweetener replacements. Oh, I'm having a sugar-free. I'm having a stevia. I'm having monk fruit. I'm having erythritol. I'm having jaggery. I'm having dates. I'm having anjeer. I'm having a no sugar added. You're still addicted to sweet. Your tongue still wants sweet. Why? That's not a doctor's problem to help you with your sweet addiction. The food industry is taking advantage of you, keeping you addicted to their stuff. The kind of sweeteners that they put is like 100 times sweeter than natural sweet available in natural foods. It is meant to be addictive. It is more addictive than cocaine. Sugar is more addictive than cocaine. The need for sweet is more addictive than cocaine. When you take a sugar substitute which is not officially sugar, like a stevia, your brain thinks it's sweet and it starts releasing insulin anyway, and you get hungry. Check whether when you take these sweeteners, are you done with your sugar cravings and sweet cravings, or are you more addicted? Check what happens to your hunger and your appetite and your fullness and your satiety after these foods. What gives you the most satiety? What is satiety? Who wants to be hungry all day, right? So when you don't get enough protein, you'll be hungry all day. Then you'll take something with a sweetener. It'll give more insulin response and you'll be more hungry, and then you'll be eating all day. You think you're doing something good. Jaggery, dates, same. It's a big scam. It's all glucose. The word sugar-free means nothing. The fact that you're taking either a fructose from a fruit-based sweetener or a plant-based sweetener or an artificial sugar substitute, you're addicted and you need to check your glucose in 2 hours. And when you don't have time to plan this and read the labels, processed food industry is waiting, sickness industry is waiting, hospitals are waiting. I left hospital practice because I just couldn't deal with the fact that if we don't help people stay out of hospital, then they're coming to the hospital. I want to be on the other side. I don't want to be there where I'm making an income from sickness. It doesn't give me any joy. I want to be on the preventive side. Somebody has to take care of hospitalized patients. Hospitals need to exist. It doesn't suit what I want to do in this world, in my life, in this life. Okay, I want to help people stay out of hospital. Protein. If you don't get even 0.8, you are officially by the World Health Organization, you're malnourished. Guess how much protein people get when I count? Acha, first of all, Dr. Gagan helped us count, right? So 6 grams comes in a dal fry Indian bowl. How much do you people need? A 60 kg person to be not malnourished, according to WHO, is 0.8 into 64, comes 0.8 into 60. 60 kg person, 48. That is so that the world doesn't call you malnourished. 48. One bowl of thick dal, Dr. Gagan said, is 6. What other proteins are Indians eating all day long? Vegetarian, plant-based?
Only dal.
Dal. How much dal will people eat? So to reach 48, how many bowls of dal do you need? 8.
8
8
balls.
bowls of dal.
8 balls.
Who eats that?
None.
No,
no? None.
Yeah. So then we think something. And 0.8 is just so you're not labeled as malnourished. For us, as you age also, and for minimum strength and building any response to your workouts, 1.2 and minimum beyond. So 5 years ago, I was telling people 0.8. I've stopped that. I've upgraded the prescription to 1.2 and above. It's safe. Why should I worry? There's no upper limit as of now where anybody has caused any harm. I have not met any Indian who's crossing 2 grams, unless he's my own personal trainer who eats 2 grams per kg. He's a 70 kg guy, he eats 140 grams of protein, and he's absolutely fine. No problem. But besides him, I don't know anybody who reaches 2 grams. So a 70 kg, 2 grams means 140 grams. Stay safe. Proven in the literature safe. Try reaching 140 grams of protein. Try reaching 100 grams of protein. 6 grams of protein in 1 cup of dal. Try. Reach and show. You all will not reach high protein. You'll be still malnourished. Okay? And people say they want weight loss, but actually you need to speak more accurately. Do you want weight loss and everything is hanging and dangling from your body like floppy? Or you want tone? You want to be looking sharp, like good fitness? Yeah. Well, how will you have that? That doesn't come from just weight loss. It comes from having muscle inside the skin. You can lose fat, but you can also lose muscle. Ozempic, the famous weight loss drug, which everybody wants, semaglutide for weight loss, causes not just fat loss, it also causes lean muscle loss. Lean muscle loss. This is what gives us those shapes. Bollywood has now realized that beauty comes from muscle. Everybody is now building muscle. If you look at the actors from 60s and 70s, none of them had muscle. Even from the 80s and 90s, very few of them had muscle. Maybe Salman Khan had back then, and then Hrithik Roshan, and then everybody caught on later on. So muscle is now considered the right look. You don't get that without getting enough protein. It's not just weight loss on the scale. So the same way, instead of counting calories, please don't count the number on the weighing scale, how many kilos. Oh, my perfect weight will be 64 kilos. How do you know that? What is that 64? What if the 64 is all fat with no muscle? So when I exercise, I gain weight. I'm very happy about that. Why? Why am I happy when I'm gaining weight when I'm exercising? Because I'm gaining muscle. If I come to you with 1 kg of potatoes, or I give you 1 kg of gold, which one do you want? 1 kg, yeah? Both are 1 kg. You want the gold, no? So why do you only look at the weighing scale? What is that thing which you're weighing? Oh, no, I gained 400 grams. I went to a party last night and now I'm 400 grams more. What is that 400 grams? Nonsense. You drink 2 glasses of water, it's 400 grams. You poop large potty, it's 400 grams. What are you weighing when you get on the scale after bath, before bath, with clothes, without clothes, after potty, before potty, empty the bladder? What are you weighing? You're weighing the weight of your poop and your pee. You're not weighing anything about your body mass. Logic. Instead of counting calories and numbers on the weighing scale, count proteins and count how much you are able to exercise. Can I lift 5 kg? Can I lift 8 kg? Can I do 10 reps? Can I do 12 reps? Instead of walking 45 minutes, in that 45 minutes, instead of covering 3 kilometers, can I cover 4 kilometers? Those are the numbers to track. Not calories and not a number on the weighing scale. Am I getting fitter and stronger? Am I getting enough protein? Snacking late at night, I think for nutrition, yeah, late night. I think the Jain community in India knows this, actually, very scientific, that time restricted eating and sunrise and sunset based, clock based eating was actually a beautiful physiology. The same meal, if you take it late night, close to bed, creates more metabolic imbalance and liver disturbance than having overnight space or having an earlier meal. Same food, metabolic changes. We're not designed to be eating in the night. But restaurant industry doesn't want you to know that. Okay. Food diary, logging. So all my patients, they have to log their food. If they don't log their food, I'm not doing a consult. If you don't do your homework, what will I teach you in class? क्या खाना चाहिए? आप बोलो क्या खाना चाहिए? 50 years of your life you've been eating something, na? You know, I heard a lecture which was a brilliant sentence. The speaker said, human beings are the only species that have to ask each other what they should eat. Dog also doesn't need to ask another dog, should I eat this or not? The dog knows what is right to eat and not right. They'll sniff it and they'll walk away. No. Humans don't know what to eat. How? Why? Because somebody benefits from our confusion. Okay? I'm a foodie. Define that. Define that. Why such self-limiting language? I'm a foodie, I cannot resist. Oh, I have a sweet tooth. Yeah, what's a sweet tooth? Yeah? These are sweet. What is a sweet tooth? They're all teeth. There's no such thing as a sweet tooth. Being addicted to sugar is in the brain, not in the teeth. Okay? This is all psychological stuff we do. Oh, I'm a foodie, I can't resist. I have no willpower. I always give in. I always give up. Self-limiting. This is a spiritual audience. Self-limiting language. Calories. Calorie counting does not work. The whole world has gotten fatter. Why? Because when you eat small frequent meals, 5, 6 small frequent meals, 3 meals and 3 snacks a day, every time you eat, you're causing an insulin spike. Insulin, 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 carb, 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 high insulin, high insulin, high insulin. What does insulin tell the body? Store fat. Hold on to fat. Don't burn fat. That is the message insulin signals to the entire system. Why does fasting work? Why does low carbohydrate work? Because less carbohydrate means less insulin spike. Fasting means insulin can come down and you can then access your fat. When will you use the fat? As long as you have high insulin, your body is in a message, store fat, don't burn fat. So that is the person eating 6 meals a day and has no energy at all. Energy is supposed to give you, food is supposed to give you energy. How can you be eating 6 meals a day and say, I don't have energy, I'm always tired? How is that possible? Because insulin is not allowing you to burn the fat which you have stored. Store, store, store. Don't burn, don't burn, don't burn. I am tired. I'm eating 6 meals and I'm too tired. What is the food giving you then? You can't even burn your own energy which you're eating. Oh, I'm feeling low energy, I better eat something. I have extra body fat and I should take a pre-workout snack. When do you want to use the body fat? Pre-workout snack, mid-workout snack. Means you don't trust that this body fat has to be used. You want the weight loss, but you don't want to use that body fat to power your life. Food to keep on powering everything. I need food to eat. I need food for energy. Yeah, your mitochondria don't know how to burn fat. They only want sugar, sugar, sugar. Oh, my energy crashes. Yeah, your mitochondria are addicted to sugar. Okay? The low fat concept has failed. That's all I'm going to say about nutrition. Low fat has failed. Calorie counting has failed. Okay? Dieting makes you have cravings. People who think that I'm going to give a diet now, they go meet the bhel puri wala before seeing me because, oh, she's going to tell me to stop having chaat. So I better have it before she stops it. And I don't have any interest in taking away your food, man. You're an adult. And I cannot even take away your food. I don't live next to you. I don't stop you from putting food in your mouth. You decide. Sugar works like tobacco. Don't say these words like I have a weakness for sugar. You don't. You're just telling yourself like an addict. Okay? Sleep. Poor sleep causes insulin resistance. How many of you wake up fresh? You wake up fresh. Good. Dr. Gagan wakes up fresh. Does everybody wake up fresh? How many of you feel that if I'm in a boring meeting or in a boring car ride or a boring movie, I'll fall asleep? If you can fall asleep anytime, means there is a problem. Why should you be feeling sleepy during the day if you've had good sleep at night? The whole point of sleep is to freshen up your brain and your mind and your body so that you can be awake for 16 hours. Why are you sleepy in 16 hours? How many of you keep your screens on, your artificial lights on after sunset? All of us, everybody. Mobile, laptop. Sunset gives you dark sky after 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. Sky is black. If you have tube lights, what's the color of the tube light? White. How will the brain know it's time to sleep? Anybody has children? Small children has been there. How did you make the baby sleep? Put light in the eyes of the baby. Sleep, sleep, baby. I'm putting light in your eyes. Sleep, sleep. Do you do that? What do you give the baby for sleep? A lit room or a dark room?
Dark room.
A dark room. It's so obvious. Do we give that? No. We stare at mobiles and laptops and tube lights and TVs and watch that stuff on the television till the time that I want sleep, till 11, 12, whatever. And then I turn off that artificial light and now I should sleep. How will I sleep? How will I get sleep? Okay. Sleep apnea, big problem. We don't diagnose sleep apnea. Indians have sleep apnea at smaller body weight. We have a smaller body size. We cannot manage the obesity in the neck and they get hypertension. So if you see a slim person with hypertension, please think of sleep apnea and check the snoring. Sleep apnea, unexplained hypertension, fatigue during the day, sleepiness in the day, history of snoring. Please check sleep apnea. It's an epidemic which is not being caught. And the patient talks to you when they're awake. They don't see you when they're asleep. So nobody knows if they have sleep apnea or not. Huge problem. Falling asleep at the wheel driving. Driving accidents. One cricketer had a fall asleep accident, no? One famous cricketer. Falling asleep, driving at the wheel. Sleep deprivation is a huge problem. They fall asleep and they cause more accidents than alcohol. Sleepy drivers cause more accidents than drunk drivers. Having less than 6 hours of sleep correlates with more fatal accidents. Fatal accidents. The one time I fell asleep at my wheel was after an overnight shift in the emergency room. Luckily, I fell asleep at the red light, red signal. It's happened to me. It's the only time I ever fell asleep driving. I was awake all night in the shift. Finally, I get the relaxation of no stress of emergency room. I'm driving home, fell asleep. It was an automatic car, so it went ahead, and it touched the car ahead at the red light. Thankfully, there was a car ahead of me. Otherwise, I would have just gone into the intersection. Okay? Very dangerous. Do you use food and television to fall asleep? What are you doing? Sleep comes naturally. If you're not able to fall asleep naturally, there's something going on in the mind. Sleeping pills, oh my God. I need a medicine for sleep. Those medicines don't give you sleep. They give you unconsciousness. Please don't prescribe sleeping tablets. They do not give you natural sleep. If you're taking benzodiazepine, extremely addictive and works on the brain like anesthesia. We give anesthesia for surgery, it's a benzodiazepine. Why are we calling that sleep when we give it as a pill form for people with insomnia? It's wrong. It's wrong. It's not treatment. It's malpractice. Don't give it. Okay? You'll make the problem worse. Zolpidem, massive side effect list. Please look at the side effect list of Zolpidem. Okay? I already talked about tube light. Blue blocking glasses. Blue light. It is the blue light in the white light. The sky is blue. Blue sky means day. Blue sky means stay awake. White light comes with a blue light. LED screens come with blue light. Anybody who has LED lights in the house, LED gadgets, iPads, LED TV, LED mobile phone, LED light has blue color, which tells your brain the sky is blue. Please stay awake. No melatonin release for you as long as you have blue light going in the eyes. Melatonin gets blocked. Melatonin helps your body manage jet lag. You only think of jet lag when you catch an international flight, but you're living in jet lag in your own house. If you have 5 hours of LED light after 6:30, You sleep at 11 when you turn off the stuff. You turn off the tube lights, you turn off the phones at 11 o'clock. That's 5 hours of blue light. Means you are sleeping on Bombay time and waking up on UK time. Means imagine that all of us in India sleep and then on Dr. GK from UK time we getting up. 5 hours time zone difference every day. Imagine that when we are trying to wake up in India, we go and we wake up Dr. GK also. Same time. Exactly same time. That's what y'all are doing. Every day. 5 hours of jet lag from artificial lights after sunset of 5 hours. Stress. Cortisol. Chronic cortisol, insulin resistance. The man-made stress is, no? Hospital bills, in-laws, marriage, promotion, retirement. These chronic stresses don't go. So the cortisol, which should help me to run away from the tiger never leaves. I'm just carrying the tiger around with me everywhere I go. Stress, 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 stress. No intermittent stress. It's continuous stress. So what is the difference between intermittent fasting and starvation? Is you're eating in between, you're nourishing yourself in between. Starvation is continuously you're not getting the nutrition. That's harmful. Intermittent stress, intermittent exercise is okay. Continuous stress, continuous overworking the body without rest is harmful. Anything which you do too much is problematic. Anybody taught us in school how to handle negative emotions? No. We're disconnected from our wisdom of our spiritual. People come to India to get spiritual awakening. We ourselves have been disconnected from our Vedas and our Upanishads and our Gurukuls and our home-based. Every child used to know the wisdom of peace and spirituality. We don't know Sanskrit. We need Sanskrit scholars now to get back to the wisdom that's there in our books. Bhagavad Gita has to be taught to us in English. Oh my God. Okay? You lost it. You don't know how to take care of the body. You don't know how to take care of the mind. We don't know how to take care of finances. Guess how many people benefit from that? Not knowing how to manage health, wealth, and relationships. Guess how many other industries are built on top of that? School teaches you geography and history and physics, which whether you need it or not in your career, I don't know. But do you need health, wealth, and relationships? Yeah, everybody needs. Don't know how to. Don't know how to manage negative emotions. Okay, I'll wrap up. Final point, exercise. It's more than going for just walks and yoga. Yoga is great, but if your yoga doesn't help you build muscles, if you're not getting stronger, if you cannot hang from a bar and do a pull-up, if you cannot do a push-up, if you cannot squat down and get up without holding on to something from the floor, if you cannot use an Indian toilet, not okay. Longevity means what? Long life. Predictors of long life come from muscle strength. Those who have a better grip strength and a squat strength live longer. Those who have a better aerobic fitness live longer. Okay? You don't want to be living long life in the bed with your children taking care of you when you're in the bed. That's not a good life, is it? No. So if you don't want that, you don't want to be in a nursing home or an old people home, exercise is the only way. What's the point of having a bank balance of good cash in the bank and nothing in the body to spend or use that retirement money? Or all you do is spend that retirement money on hospitals and doctors. Oh God, why did we earn? Muscle loss starts. Why is Tendulkar in retirement? Did he forget how to play? He forgot or what? No, he knows more about cricket. Now, why is he in retirement? Because muscle loss is inevitable. Gray hair is inevitable. So if you don't do anything to stop it or slow it down, you'll be aging faster. Mitochondria will age. In the last 3 years, I have gained 4 kilos of muscle. So it's reverse aging. If you're gaining muscle when you should be losing muscle, you're reverse aging. And if you cannot climb the staircase now, how will you climb the staircase when you're 60? Some magic is going to happen? No. Okay? If you're protein deficient, your workouts won't benefit you and you'll be frustrated. Having more muscle mass will improve your glucose levels. I told you, muscle is a glucose taker. You need both cardio plus strength. Customize. If you have pain, doesn't mean you don't exercise. It means you figure out the cause of the pain. Same way if you have a fever, you don't just block the fever. You don't just give painkillers and sit and do nothing. You treat the cause of the pain and get stronger to remove that pain. You have a spondylosis pain, figure out why you have a spondylosis pain. You have a knee pain, back pain, figure out the cause. You have an ankle pain, go up the chain. This is in my book. I'm telling you a joke in my book. When in pain, go up the chain, the body chain, the skeletal chain. If I have pain in the bottom part of my body, I need to go above that and see. So if I have a knee pain, I need to examine the hip also. If I have an ankle pain, I need to examine the neck and the hip. If I have a shoulder pain, I need to start from here and check what's wrong. Go up the chain. Don't just wear an ankle brace or a knee brace or a back brace. All these old lovely Indian things we do. We wear patta around everything. We wear some elastic bandage around everything. Oh, it's hurting. The muscles are the bandages around your joints. You don't have good muscles, so you wear all these bands and belts and support crepes and stuff. What about what your muscles are supposed to do for the pain? Yeah. If you feel that you're going to the gym and you're not getting gains of it, it's not giving any result, you might be protein deficient, you might be calorie restricted, not getting enough nutrition. It's not about calories. You will never build muscle if you're in a calorie deficit. So you need to balance that out. That's why somebody who understands metabolism has to help you if you're trying to build muscle and burn fat at the same time. How to do it? That's why I didn't cover fasting today. Because fasting is a calorie deficit. Muscle gains happens in a calorie surplus. Surplus.
By driving, no, yes.
Please mute. Okay. And if you don't make the workout tougher. So if you say that for the last 10 years, I've been doing 5 kg bicep curls, means every year when you passed school, you finish 4th standard. When summer vacation is over, when you come back to school, I put you back in 4th standard. Again, now next summer finish, again we put you back in 4th standard. How will you grow like this? To grow your muscle strength, you need to progress upwards, make it tougher so that you continue to gain the muscles and not lose them. So insulin resistance causing weight gain around the paunch, and weight gain around the paunch makes insulin resistance worse. Today we have very briefly, it's actually all these 4 points which I told you now. It has taken me 8 years to write one book of 300 pages, which is finally going to publish next month. That's how much content is there in this. It's very difficult to cover in a 45-minute or a 40-minute talk. So I've gone at a high speed at a top level to catch some of the biggest misunderstandings that come up in people's mind. Now, whether you do this plant-based or whole food or animal or what, doesn't matter to me. I don't care whether you're animal-based or plant-based. Get the protein. Get the protein. Actually, the vegetarians struggle more, much more to get the protein. It's extremely difficult. And anybody I meet from the plant-based community, when I have this discussion with them, how much protein are your people getting? Oh, I'm getting a balanced plate. I'm using plate method. It's a balanced Indian diet. Well, the balanced Indian diet, the Indians are sick. Something is wrong. So if you're not counting, I don't accept what you say. Count and show me. Be scientific. Let's be scientific. This is better. Show me it's better. Show me that patients are getting better. If your patient is getting better on plant-based, excellent. I'm almost fully plant-based myself, but I don't tell everybody that that's what they have to do, because I see people getting better on animal-based also. I'm not a planet expert or a global change expert or a global warming expert. I'm a doctor. This is better for the planet. I'm not going to have that argument. I've not studied it. I don't know about environmental stuff. How many square footage one cow needs and all. I don't know anything about that. Oh, but eating plants also cuts crops. These are all discussions and debates. Find the health. This is a topic on how you at an individual level can work on your insulin resistance. Get your protein to target. Leave the politics to somebody who knows about environment, okay? They say methane and all. Have you ever measured the methane yourself? Do you even know what that is? Footprint. Environmental footprint. We are just saying things. It's like saying Nachni is better because of GI. Do you even know? Or are you just repeating something people are saying a lot? Be very inquisitive. Your health is at stake. Insulin is the hormone we have talked about today. I will take questions. Now, if anybody's on diabetes medication, you need to work with your doctor to reduce your carbs and do all these things, because if you're on certain specific diabetes medicines, you land into trouble if you do this without a doctor supervising. All the changes which I've told you are extremely powerful. They are more powerful than medicine. They bring the glucose down more powerfully than any medicine which is there in the market. So if you don't work with your doctor, your glucose will go into a problem. That is if you're on specific medicines. Gratitude for stress management, forgiveness, understanding the negative emotion, take help when you need for stress management. Fasting can be covered once the first 4 basics are covered. Okay.